Hello everybody, so today we are back with another video of me trying out your teams. So hopefully the title of the video is enough to explain how this goes, but anyways, we're just going to go straight to the action to help with viewer retention, keep you around, and I'll just quickly get through the characters I do not own, so that if you want to request a team, do not recommend these ones because I obviously I can't test them because I don't own them. So these are all the characters I do own, which is a pretty good arsenal that you can work with. And as for the ones that you can request, I would highly recommend ones that are level 70 and up because, I mean, they have a relative higher, base multipliers and stuff, while these ones are just under leveled. So hopefully you don't recommend these ones because it just makes things harder. So anyways, yeah, I try to go for these ones just for my own convenience, but do you. Don't make things weird by recommending a team of 4 level 20s. Then I'll just ignore it. But anyways, that is how it goes. So hopefully you enjoy the series. We're on the 10th one already. Things are going pretty good. So anyways, let's get to it. Alrighty, so this is the first team of the day. I'll have the comment on the screen right now. They plan to pull for Nouvellette real soon, and they would like to, have a team. And I believe this is the team they plan to use for when he comes out. So pretty much it's a normal hypercarry team, but just replace Farina with Child, who has a passive that increases everybody's normal attacks by 1. So that does help buff Nouvellette a little bit, just as a placeholder for not having the other options. So yeah, that's fine. Because it still hits pretty hard. Obviously, I do have constellations, but that reducing the damage by a little bit should still help out a lot. So, I mean, should still kill the enemy pretty swiftly. So, doing more damage is overkill with Nouvellette. So, you can't really go wrong with it, I'd say. So, yeah, I guess for the new people, pretty much I go to the team, I showcase it with the comment. I do like 1 run of a boss, as I showed, and I just show the builds afterwards so that you all, in case you want to replicate the team or try it yourself in any other way, you can just see what I worked with. So, yeah. I'd say the constellations increase my damage by 20 to 30%, so doing that much less damage it's still a lot of damage. So, no need to worry about that, because Nouvellette's already amazing. Even solo. So, yeah. Try not to gauge my damage to compare to yours. Just try to see the function of the teams. Like, how does it flow? Does it feel fun? Does it hit hard for you? Then yes, then have fun. Because, yeah. The majority of content in this game is pretty easy to defeat. Especially with Nouvellette for this specific showcase. So, yeah. Anyways, that is the team. And yeah, let's go to the next one. Okay, so this is the next team. It is, I'll have the comment on the screen right now. Pretty much a Layla plunge DPS. My Layla normal attack's only level 4, but gotta work with what you got. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Not sure the exact rotation, but we're gonna just figure it out and see how much damage we can do despite that. So, 1 rotation almost killed the boss. But just keep in mind that my Layla is, well, not fully leveled up in regards to her normal attacks. So, if you do have a triple crown Layla, then perhaps this could be better. So anyways, that I'll just show the builds. Because no need to try to finish off the boss. It's because it goes invisible. But yeah. These are the artifacts. Borrowed a few from Linian Nouvellette, but yeah, seemed to do pretty decent damage. I guess I didn't mention that the comment also had another team for Melt. Could be Cloud for C6 Bennett. but I do not have C6 Bennett just yet, and perhaps I could have put tenacity here or noblesse if I had, you know, I used his burst, but I didn't have to, so we just went with that. So yeah, anyways, it should be fine if you have a fully maxed out normal attack on Layla. Then it would do a bit more damage than what mine did. So yeah. And that is the build once I finish Cloud Retainer. All right, so that was the plunge team. Not too bad. Did pretty good for despite not being a fully leveled up. So anyways, let's go to the next one. Moving on to the next team on the video, it is a I'll have the comment on the screen right now before I actually speak. It is a Ganyu Melt team with Xiangling, Zhongli, and Shilonen. So they did mention that does pretty good in their Abyss run. So we will see how it goes here. So yeah. I did not use the burst in case it does a little bit too much cryo that would override my melts. So yeah, it seemed to do pretty good damage. So yeah, looks good. I'll show the build. I did used to use Ganyu a lot back in the day. I haven't used her too much lately, but still has a pretty good build that I tried to min-max in the past, but couldn't quite get to the point that I would be satisfied. But nah, it's fine. It gets the job done. So anyways. C0. I did crown her. And yeah, like Xiangling, or at least Ganyu Melt has always been a pretty strong composition back in the day. Because like, well, Ganyu in her prime, like hit really hard compared to other characters consistently with her charge attack. So it's cool seeing how this team could still like be mentioned nowadays, despite it being several years old. With the like introduction of newer characters like Shilonen being into the team, so it's always nice to see that. So yeah. As for support stuff, I can always like give Xiangling Noblesse just so I can buff the team, or buff Ganyu by a little bit of attack, and then Tenacity 4-piece for Zhongli, so that all the support characters do a supportive, you know, reaction or whatever. But we just wanted to show, just not get too extreme with that. So anyways, yeah, that went pretty good. Thank you for that. Let's go to the next team. Okay, moving on to the next team. I'll have the comment on the screen right now. It is just an Arlecchino, Farina, Bennett, and Mona team. So trying to work with what I got with my unleveled Mona, but she should still be able to help out a little bit. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do here. Nope. Yep, went well. So I'm not sure how much Mona actually did help here, but she does provide a relatively decent damage buff at level 1 talent, I think, right? So also I did have, you know, Thrilling Tales on Mona, so that she did provide a little bit more than she typically would do if I just had nothing on her. So I think that went well. The only thing that I probably could have done to slightly improve the damage with Mona is to give her 4-piece instructors, but I just decided to just commit with 0 artifacts. But yeah, 4-piece instructors would probably be a pretty good option there too. But yeah, yeah, typical stuff with Bennett too, or give her Noblesse and give Bennett instructors. So got the options, because Bennett typically is much easier to manage ER with, I'd say, with compared to any other character. But yeah, so Thrilling Tales, nothing, but what does it do? Here, 42% damage bonus at level 1. That's sizable. It's like 5 seconds, but or 4, however she works. But anyways, that was a, I mean, it was a hard-hitting team. So with a well-built Mona, you'll be able to get her burst every rotation and beat anything. So yeah, anyways, good team. I approve. So yeah, greatly appreciate it. Let's go to the next one. All right, so I'll have the comment on the screen right now for this team. Nothing really specific, and it is a Superconduct Traveler with Aquila Favonia. I do not have a Aquila Favonia, so I'm just going to try to work with what I got. So yeah, we'll see how this goes here. And yeah. Also, just using Bennett here for physical DPS just as one of the last few videos, because my time is limited before C6 Bennett comes, because I did unfortunately promise that I will C6 Bennett at, 2,000 subscribers. So yeah, stuck with that, sadly, but well, did over half for probably a level 1 talent. Oh, level 3. So, yeah. I'm not too fond of physical damage, so yeah, anyways. Let's just show the builds here. I don't have any physical artifacts as well, so I just stole the stuff that my Eula owns, which is nothing crazy. So anyways. And then the rest is just normal supportive stuff. Well, or sub DPS stuff. Not like supportive sets, but yeah. Okay, well, there we go here. So I guess I will also mention, if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to see me C6 Bennett, drop a subscribe if you like, because yeah, that's the goal before the end of the year. 2,000 subscribers, hopefully more. Then this thing will be activated. Do I want to activate it? No, but yeah. Anyways, we're gonna have to deal with it for you all. I'll suffer for you all. Anyways, yep, there's the team there. Well, let's just move to the next one. Okay, so this is the next team. I'll have the comment on screen right now. It is a Dea hyper-carried team. That is one of their favorite teams, I believe, or it is their favorite team. Just Farina, Mona, Shalonen. Bennett is the option in replacing Mona, but I'm gonna commit to what they typically use. So yeah, despite her being level 20, Mona, she still provides a usable buff, I'd say. So we're just gonna try that out and see how it goes here. So yeah, let's see how it goes. All right, well, we did kill it, so that was a plus. I have used DPS Dea like ages ago, back in the day, because I really like Dea despite the flaws in her kit. So a big issue of my personal Dea is Serpent Spine. It's like really good aesthetically and functionally, but if you get hit once, Dea starts taking tick damage, and then I lose all my stacks. So I wish I had her signature weapon, but well, you have to wait till that Chronicled banner comes back, and who knows how long that'll come back. So, yeah. So, and C1 is actually a pretty good damage increase, and well, as you could see, it is not C1 yet. So hopefully one of these days, I'll actually start getting Dea constellations instead of catching. In case you don't know, my catching is Constellation 10, and I have never rolled a single Mona in my life as well. From wishing. My Mona right here is from the 5-star selector. So yeah, just a random comment there. This is where like I wish I had, constellations and characters I wanted rather than the ones that literally don't do anything because I'm already maxed. But yeah. Yeah. And yeah, there you go. So I appreciate the request. I always love to see Dea in action. So yeah, let's go to the next team. Okay, so this is the next team. I'll have the comment on the screen right now. I will say I do not own a C4 gene, but I will try my best to try to replicate something mono animal related. So I decided to put Shan Yu in there because she's able to use the healing set for a slight damage increase. I think that's what it does for this. And then Thrilling Tales. So yeah, well, I don't think this is going to do well because I've seen gameplay of this before. But it was requested, and I will satisfy it. All right. We're going to go commit. Well, yeah. It's doing something. Can I even hit these? So we're just gonna keep trucking this. Any second now, it'll be reappearing. There we go. I mean, being a 4-piece or a full Animo team with -1, it does have good energy generation, but just not good damage. Because, in case you don't know much about Chaska, she is an Animo DPS who sucks at doing Animo damage. Because her scalings, she wants you to have different elements on the team. Is this? Wait. It's like something in here. I don't even remember, but I think it's probably the 80% scaling. And then the 280% is the actual other one. So it's quite sizable if you were to not amplify that. But yeah, we're just gonna go with that. I will say I tried to carry this team with a R3 Lenibo, so that's a showcase with that as well. Yeah, Chaska, just put some swirlable elements on your team, and you're better off going with that. It's a worthy attempt just to see what it actually does. 4-piece Animo. Just to show that some things aren't really salvageable. But hey, we killed it, I guess. But anyways, yeah. This is the normal one. Let me just put the real weapon back on her. But anyway, yeah. The Song of Days Past gives me a slight damage increase, I think, within this essay down below. I know it does give you like a tiny damage increase, but I don't know the conditions unless you just have to use your abilities and heal. So, yeah. Normal charge attack, plunge damage increased by 8% of the healing. Yeah, that's probably something that will be noticeable-ish. Maybe not in this team, but yeah. All right. And I guess I could have went Tenacity, but nah. If artifact loadouts were in the game, then sure, because I could just click one button and do it, but no. I have to manually change all the builds whenever I do these videos, but it's fine. I'll suffer until they actually change it. But anyways, yeah, I greatly appreciate the team request. Let's just go to the next one. All right, so I'll have the comment on the screen right now. So in contrast to the previous team, this one actually, shows Chaska true capabilities. So yeah, we're gonna go with that. Doesn't fully utilize the passive, but Shangling, Bennett, and Mona, you can't really go wrong with that, I'd say. So yeah, let's see how it performs. Let's just do this. See how it goes. Boop. Yep. Always good. I always love doing that. But yeah, anyways. That. Much more clean than the last run. But I mean, that obviously makes sense. The last one was a meme build, meme team. But yeah, Chaska. It's always satisfying to see all the elements just topple on top of each other whenever you're playing her. So yeah, it's a satisfying gameplay loop that I won't get tired of personally, but yeah. So yeah, I'll just show the builds of the characters. I mean, they probably don't matter too much because the focus is just Shaska here, but I'll just obviously I will show everybody nonetheless. So simple little noblesse build here with a high base attack weapon. And I guess I will always have checkpoints in the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, and I will see 6 Bennett at 2,000 subscribers. So, yeah. Do I want to do that? No. But yeah, I don't, but I'm going to have to do it for you all because it was requested many times. So, all I put is Thrilling Tales on her. So, yeah. And I didn't really need to put anything else on because I didn't feel like it. But anyways, yep. There we go. I appreciate the request, and let's go to the next team. All right, so this is the next team. I'll have the comment on the screen right now. In other videos of mine, I've been requested to do stuff against in the whatever this area is called, and I never knew how to actually activate it. But finally, I received a comment that you just have to speak to the statue, and it starts a little trial. So the reason why I'm doing this is because the beta one is AoE. Wait, did I do it? I got an achievement. Am I good? Oh, okay. Here we are. So that I can utilize betas like bouncing AoE. Oh, hello. Oh my. Oh, that's fun. Oh. That's even more fun. But, let's just see what we can do here. Okay, so I see why this was requested. There's a lot of enemies that like seem to keep on coming for a whole minute. But my energy does get drained, so that's not fun. So, ups and downs to this little scenario. But if you could stun them fast enough, you should be good. Like Beto's energy can't keep up. But if you could see what's happening, it seems to be killing them. I don't know what a go-to number with this in this personal like this actual challenge here is supposed to be, but yeah. Bonk. But it seems to be working. I might as well just go the whole duration of it. It seems to be going fine. Good place to charge. Oh, well, no, not really. I was going to say it's a good place to charge your energy, but no, it isn't. They'll just suck it away. But, well, 46 opponents defeated. I have no clue if that's good or not, but yeah. Sweet. That's actually a good place to know for future stuff. So I'll just show the builds. So yeah, if that's requested again, or a team that requires like some pretty good AoE, that should be a good place to test. As long as I am quick enough before they use their abilities, and you know, get rid of all of my energy. But yeah. Pretty good. I will remember this spot for future references. So, sweet. All right. Beto's energy recharge was the only thing that was struggling with this, so I should adjust that a bit. But yeah, I don't have enough emblem pieces to give Beto a good build, so her build's pretty weak. But yeah, that's all right, I guess. But all right. Just going through the teams. And with this team, you are like doing like shooting her with shooting with Clarind while doing chaining lightning with the swirls. And then you're also electrocharging, which was recently buffed. So I mean, if you use Cosmos Burst, then you're doing electrocharge with full EM. which is extra damage on top of everything. So yeah. Anyways, I appreciate the request, and yeah, let's go to the next team. Okay, so this is the next team. I'll have the comment on the screen right now. The second day of the video. It is a little mixture. It's just a big old overload team. So I try to follow along with the way I could, in regards to like what artifacts I actually have for certain like artifact sets. But yeah, we'll see how we do here. It's gonna be overloading, so yeah, I'll try my best. Let's do that. Okay. Pretty close. Wait. Never mind. Okay, we're good. I had a little sloppy start, but it seemed to work. So, yeah. So I guess on the comment said, like, so they have a C3 Dea, so, which is something I don't have, so obviously I can't follow along with, like, HP main stats because it doesn't really do anything too much because it doesn't scale much yet. So once you see if you have C3, it'll do more damage, but yeah. There's that. So I tried to follow along with the Yaimiko a bit. So I followed along with everything for Golden Troop, except I don't have an EM Sands on set. So yeah, I went for attack, and yeah, not the greatest thing, but yeah. Chevreuse, I think I followed along fine. 4-piece, wait, yeah. Nighttime one. Wait, no. Oh, nighttime. Wait. What the heck is that the new set? Nighttime? Is that what they recommended? Wait, no. Oh, wait, no. I think they... Oh, the other set. Okay, never mind. I think that's just the domain of that one. So, yeah. I think I'm alright here. So, yeah, we're good on that. And then the Kuki was just on full EM. So, Flower Days Bath increases, overload, right? Somewhere, maybe. But, yeah. I'll just show the build. Well, full EM already increases overload damage, so... Post buff, so yeah, overload was buffed. I wasn't able to see the numbers, but they probably helped out a bit, so... Yep, there we go. That was that team. Greatly appreciate it. So yeah, let's go to the next one. Alright, transitioning to the next team. I'll have the comment on the screen right now. It is a Hu Tao Melt team with Ayaka as the cryo character. So yeah, we'll see how it goes here. See how everything goes. I didn't really do anything for Ayaka's build for truly support. I just kept her build normal. Just swapped out a weapon for crit rate because we're not freezing, but... Okay. Yeah. There we go. I could have given, like, maybe Bennett or someone else 4-piece instructors for more reaction damage, but it's fine. I'll just show the build here. So, yeah. Yeah, nothing really too crazy in the build department. Just what you'd expect on a normal build with these characters, I'd say. But except for Ayaka. As a support, maybe you'd go for instructors or emblem, maybe. For more ER. Because Blizzard Strayer doesn't really do much, but didn't feel like changing it. So, yeah. I just swapped out the weapon for crit rate. Typically she's on a crit damage weapon, but yeah. Anyways. That was the team. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for that. Let's see what the next team is. All right, transitioning to the next team. I'll have the comment on the screen right now. It is a Chaska Farina Bennett team, but with Shalonen as the final slot. So reduces Chaska's passive by 1, but it does give you more healing for Fanfare and Defense Shred for both elements you're using. So yeah, let's just see how it goes. yeah. Depending on the situation, it could perform really well. But I did miss the gamble. I think I missed out on the gamble to where the bullets have like a 66% chance, like the third one or something has like a 66% chance of actually becoming an elemental one. So looks like on all of my shots I lost that chance. So did I show the builds? Oh, let me just double check. I honestly was speaking, so I didn't know if I showed this. Yeah, I did. But yeah. I think with C1, Chaska, you can do this team with ease. So, yeah. But you don't lose too much, I'd say. Well, depending on your luck, should work. Play how you want. So, yeah. Alrighty. So, yeah, like no matter what, if you're like putting the right elements, or just any elements, Chaska will do a lot of damage no matter what. So, no need to worry about that. So, alright. Thank you for that request. And yeah, let's see the next team. As for the next team, I'll have the comment on the screen right now. It is a, Chlorine. It's just your typical Chlorine team with Chevreuse. And yeah, should perform pretty well. So we're going to go with it and see how it goes. So, it did say that it said either a Raiden Shogun or official with 4-piece tenacity, and I did not put 4-piece tenacity on my actual my official because artifact loadouts don't exist, and I don't feel like swapping artifacts on probably. I don't know. I even know how many teams we got today. Probably close to 30. So this video is gonna be over an hour once more. So, but it's a good thing because it shows that like I'm actually getting interaction within the community, so people are requesting a lot of stuff. So yeah, rather than get no teams, I'd rather get a lot of them. So that's fine. Yeah, just show the builds here once more in case you want to try the team. So the typical team is like either Bennett or Toma here, because Toma keeps you alive and does the pyro off field to help out with overload, so you can maximize the stacks easier. But yeah, Bennett does increase your raw damage, so that is helpful too. So yeah, anyways, I almost died there. But anyway, I really appreciate it. Let's see what the next team is. Alrighty, so I'll have the comment on the screen right now for this team. It is a Burgeon Hu Tao team, so I've actually never tried that before, so we'll see how things go. The last slot was a flex, so I just went for a second Hydro character. So should be fine. I think I've been able to kill this guy with Toma Burgeon, so surely Hu Tao Burgeon should be able to do the same in terms of efficiency. Well, depending on her uptime. How are we looking? Before Hu Tao kills herself. Oh. that burst was truly for aesthetics, alright? I got a little nervous seeing her health bar go down, but alright. It did kill. It did kill. So there's that. Probably something that would make this silly is like a Bennett in Hu Tao's place, so you can keep yourself alive, but with C6 Bennett, which is something I don't own yet, but the one who dropped the comment here knows it's coming. They don't. So yeah, anyways, Dragon's Bane, what is it called again? Yeah, Dragon's Bane's good here too, but I just increased the EM slightly with this weapon R5. And stole the artifacts from my Toma, just a bunch of EM. Nothing crazy. And then, yep. And along with more elemental mastery from this weapon. And no instructors. I could have instructors on one of the characters for more elemental mastery for Burgeon damage, but like I said before in the video, I'm not doing anything crazy like that until artifact loadouts exist. I will wait. So who knows how many episodes I'll suffer through of this series until they finally do that. to where like, oh, these episodes are gonna be so much easier to record instead of me like going through all of my artifacts. Just I have a lot of artifacts. I'll just do a quick little brief like slide through. Like I'll just go as quick as possible. All right. Max level. All right. What is that? No, not lock. Wait, is that fine? Okay. There we go. That's it. That's my whole arsenal. All right. Anyways, thank you for the team. Yeah, let's go to the next team. Alrighty, so we are on the next team. I'll have the comment on the screen right now. It's another Chlorind. So they are asking if I could do Chlorind, Farina, Kazuha, and Oraron. And yes, I can. So we'll see how it goes. See how Oraron fares with this team. So yeah, anyways, let's see how it goes. I'm going to trust that Oraron's Electro application is going to be quick enough so I can swirl Electro right here. Looks like it. Yep. I believe I did, so. And we're able to get some, like, electro charge in here, so. Yeah. Sweet. Seem to be pretty good. As long as you keep yourself safe with the lack of sustain, besides Chlorind's little bit of self-sustain, you should be good. But, yeah. Anyways. I'll show the builds. So, this team should be pretty good in AoE too, since I did swirl Hydro with Kazuha's Burst to add more like Hydro everywhere. And then Oraron, Chlorind, all that stuff together will do a bunch of Electro Charge with the, the Electro Charge elemental reaction buffs from 5.2. So, yeah. Along with getting all these elemental reactions, you get the elemental damage bonus for everything I really interacted with, so stack that on top of each other. I wonder if with this, because say that elemental damage does overcap, in case you don't know, or reaches a point of diminishing returns, not overcap, but say Kazuha swirl, elemental damage, or no, that's fine. Kazuha's passive. You get that, then you get Oraron's signatures, or the set, along with Farina's actual burst. And then if you have this, a little bit damage percent here, or damage percent here, you could probably rock attack percentage here. Or elemental mastery, I guess if you want to focus on elemental, whatever you call it, electro charge. So yeah, possibly, but because yeah, in case you ever have no way of getting an electro goblet, you run out of them or something. It's like, okay, well, this team gives you 3 sources of elemental damage bonus, so you're probably good without it. So anyways, I appreciate the request, so let's go to the next team. Alrighty, so we are on the next team now. I have the big old comment on the screen. Pretty much a dual DPS team that I will try to follow along. So let me, as I read it, pretty much I do everything I can, and then I use Kujosara's skill to buff like Tainari, and I use Kujosara's burst, or the other way around to buff Ryan Shogun. So, because Sara's buff is like 5 seconds, so you can utilize that in the short amount of time that Tainari and Ryan Shogun need to actually do their damage. So yeah, we'll see how things go, if I can do everything correctly. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, and there we go. Alright, so I'll show the builds, then I'll return the comment on the screen because the second half of their comment was actually a question. So I'll answer that question here after I show the builds, and then yeah. So, yeah, I'll just quickly go over these characters. Pretty simple builds, what you'd expect on these characters. It just requires a little bit of farming, in case you are wanting to replicate the builds or make them better, because I have not been farming Emblem in a while, so my builds have been the same for years on these sets. So yeah, anyways, let's finish this off. Here we go. Okay, all right, so now I will put the comment on the screen once more. Let me see it myself. So the difference between Arlecchino, Hu Tao, and Linny. So make people say that people like Arlecchino replaced them. So, but I'll say that Arlecchino is the best out of the three for sure. She's got the like 100% uptime on the pretty much on her pyro infusion. Does high damage that slowly ramps down, but her damage at the beginning is extremely high. And then by the time you ramp it down, you can get more stacks. So that is the reason why she's already high up. So let's say C0 still does a lot. And then Hu Tao. I'd say Hu Tao is in a mixture between Linny and Hu Tao. But say that you have Shen Yun, then Hu Tao will win because you got the AoE and constant like plunges that do maybe 100k each. Linny requires pretty much one team. Like, I mean, he can be used in vaporizes, but Linny wants to be in all pyro. So there's no variety there. And he kind of has to ramp up his damage with a few charge attacks and then his burst to get like an extra stack. So typically you'd like to use that burst damage on when you have 5 stacks of his skill. So Linny does have ramp ups, but when he has his stacks, he does do a lot of damage at once. But for consistency, Hu Tao's pretty consistent because her damage is on her skill. And then Arlecchino's even more consistent because she has, well, all that uptime. And Linny is consistent, but he has to charge attack to keep up with the rest. But whenever he's actually ramped up, he does do good damage. But yeah, overall, Arlecchino is actually the best, but not like 5 times better than the rest. She is not like I mean, she's the second best DPS in the game right now behind Neuvillette, but she is not like categories above Hu Tao and Linny. She's above them for sure. But yeah. Hopefully that helped out a little bit. But anyways, yeah. Thank you for that. Well, let's go to the next team. Okay, so on the next team, I'll have both of the comments on the screen right now because they're funny how they're pretty much the same exact team from different people on the same day. But just a different crowd character. So what I'm going to do as I'm showcasing, okay, charts, is just see how it goes here. We're going to do it with Rosaria. Shatter the enemies with Kazuha. And see how everything turns out. I'm just going to build energy with Raiden real quick. So, as long as I'm not getting like turbo sucked out of my energy with these enemies, but let's see. Shatter them. And then I will do the other team. Like, so one of them was Rosaria, the other one's Ganyu as the crowd character. So same teams in okay, those regards. I meant to do Kokomi's burst, but didn't swap. Okay, well, anyways, yeah, right. Let's just go through the whole duration, or most of it at least. I love that. So, full EM Kazuha can do extra shatter damage along with extra swirl damage. So, it's like it's got some functionality in this regard, in case you want to shatter enemies. And Raiden's there in case you ever need, you know, a little bit of energy, because these guys keep draining it. So, I don't have to do the whole duration. Let's get my energy back real quick. So, let's exit before they drain my energy. Okay. All right. So, that was the first, or yeah, the other one of the comments that has Rosaria. So we're gonna go with the other one, Ganyu. So Ganyu, I'm not gonna change her build. I'm just gonna give her elegy and ER. I'll just give her this one. So, okay. We'll do the same exact thing and see how it goes. I don't have her burst, I don't think, so we're gonna... Oh, wait, no, I do. We're good. Let's do that before they get rid of it. So, Ganyu has more AoE in regards to Crow, so we'll see how this goes, actually. Seems to be going well. Let me just get back into action. What am I swirling with Kazuha? Hydra? Shatter? So yeah. And if you manage it well, Ganyu does have 100% uptime on her skill or her burst. I mean, so yeah, pretty helpful. And I guess I like finishing things off with Raiden in case I need a little bit more field time for cooldowns or get energy that I was drained. So, oop. Come on. So yeah, seems to go well. Let me actually look at the shatters. What do we got? 33k on one of them. So, yeah. Maybe to make it silly, you'd pair Ganyu and Ayato for the quadratic scaling of both of their Hydra stuff. I do not own Ayato on this account, so can't showcase that, sadly, but yeah. Well, there we go. I'll just do a little Raiden burst to spice things up a little bit. And yeah, 48 kills or 47? 48. Okay. There we go. There we go. And yeah. The builds, I didn't really do... Maybe you can do 4-piece like Gilded. But I just kept Viridescent because it's... Well, I didn't have to swap anything out. So yeah. Shogun. Once again, as the previous build showed, is that it's the same thing. So I'll just do this one quickly. If you want to see the builds and you haven't seen the previous ones, you'll have to sadly pause the video. But yeah, Ganyu just pretty much swapped out what her normal build was. I didn't give her a 4-piece of a supportive set that I could have, but yeah, that's fine. And then Kokomi. Typical Kokomi stuff, nothing too crazy. The artifacts look ugly, but they're actually good on her, which is funny. So, well, 19% defense, that's pretty ugly. But haven't been in that domain in years, so I don't really care. And I guess I didn't show Rosaria, so Rosaria isn't on anything specific, just Favonius and crit artifacts. So, yeah. There we go. So... Thanks to both of you who requested that same team archetype on the same day, actually. They were both 6 days ago from when I'm recording this video, which is funny. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you for the team. Let's go to the next one. I guess I'll stay here for this test. So, I'll have the comment on the screen right now. So, appreciate the praise of the series. I do like the series too, so it's pretty nice to just try out a bunch of teams. But anyways... what you requested was a child hyper carry. So, this is probably not the greatest on a boss since child likes riptiding. So let's stay around with these guys and see if I can, riptide them or something. So, yeah. Let's see how this team fares with AoE, because that's pretty much child prefers before I get sucked out. I could probably do Child's melee burst too. Like, I'd like to preserve energy, but you'd probably get a lot of energy from these guys anyway. Well, actually, unless they drain your energy. So I'm gonna try to get a lot of field time on my supports so that Child is ready. Okay, I don't want to be on him for too long. Because, everyone, you may know that Child has, the cooldown on Child is a bit tricky to manage sometimes. But, there we go. Yep. Things are going well. They're back. I do have, Kazuha C1 does help out a lot for more field time. So, I was on Child a little bit too long, so I have to wait a little bit. But let's see if I get punished for that. Doesn't look like I will. Oop. Boom. Oh, I wish I swirled Pyro. Would have been cool. So, I think I should just use Child for a few seconds until I see that Farina's burst is ready. But yeah, I mean, does it work? It was so it worked. 42 kills on my first attempt. So yeah, on AOE situations, if only abysses actually do that. Oh yeah. Also, by the way, anyone know that Child's charge attack animation changed? The way he holds the bow. Yo, chill. Okay. Looks different. It looks really weird. It's like out of place, but yeah, he's getting better with the bow. Is that how it's going? Child's actually getting better with the bow. Cool. But anyways, let's just show the builds. Yeah, I don't have like 4-piece sets on him because I never really made him like a hyper carry because he was always the Shangling, the Shangling one. But as you said in your comment, you're getting bored with National. That's also my thing. So I don't use Child much anymore because I got bored of the National team. Because after using it for many years, it's like, yeah, this team is good, but sometimes I want to... Because I'd say the team requires brain power to use. Sometimes you want to just sit back, relax, and just have your abilities ready to go. And Child has a skill floor, I'd say. So lots of players hate him because they say, "Oh, Child's cooldown is 40 seconds. I hate him." Well, you just used him wrong. That's by the way. So yeah, it's hard to manage. Does help a lot a bit if I had C1, but yeah. You know what would be cool? What I will mention, what I wish is that I said it in my other video, is that if Child came out in 2024, like Arlecchino, you know how Arlecchino uses her burst and her skill resets. That's what Child C6 does. So imagine Child C6 built into his kit for both modes. Doesn't have to be melee. Well, it could be melee, but maybe both. Let's just do both. Wow, imagine having like the ability to just use Child's, skill whenever you want it without like trying to like micromanage it or that stuff. Or you can just save for like 8 banners, not 8 banners, like wait for like 3 years free to play or spend like $1,000 for this. But no, I'm not doing that. So if only he was a newer character, or if they were to buff him, rework his constellations, that'd be cool. Along with other characters. Why would Hoyo do that though? Wouldn't that make them more money? Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. Yeah, but anyways, cool stuff. Worked really well. I love Child's Riptides though. Child in AoE situations is always fun, especially with events with like little mobs that can be sucked up with like Venti, and then Riptide just pairs with it. Miss the days when enemies in the Abyss could be actually sucked up. Now their bosses are really big like robots. But anyways, thank you for the team, and let's go to the next one. All right, so on the next team, I'll have the comment on the screen right now. It is pretty much just a Yanfei, Shalonen, Bennett, and Kazuha team. So like raw pyro damage, and we'll see how it goes. So they did request that I try to showcase the attack and elemental damage buff. So I'll try my best to see if my RNG is on my side. Also, my Yanfei is level 70, by the way. But yeah, so I am a bit nerfed, but my characters have constellations, so that does help out a bit too. I think I just got the EM buff. But we'll see what it looks like when I have nothing. Yep. Yeah, I think that was the EM buff, so we're gonna let me just try to get some energy, and I'll backtrack to try again with different stuff. Oh, nice. Or the EM buff. What did I say? Elemental damage. I want the elemental damage buff. I did get that. So, if in case I can't remember what I said, but I want the EM. Wait, no, I don't want. I'm gonna stop speaking. But anyways, that was the test. I think that was elemental damage. Yeah, I'm confusing myself. So, yeah, we're gonna build energy, and I'm gonna try to get the attack one. Okay, well, will this attempt actually give it to me? Actually, let me take a peek. Looks like I got attack. Okay. Yeah, looks like it's the best one. So, all right. Well, took a few attempts. I'm gonna cut those out so you don't actually see those failed attempts. But yeah, those are the damage similarities or differences. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna just show you the build that I managed to put together. So, my supports have constellations, so that buffs me a bit more than in case you don't have them. But if you are requesting Yenfei, you probably have a level 91. So you have that in your regard, along with higher level talents. Because I don't. What are mine? Yenfei is on the bucket list to be built, so I'm not sure when I'll actually level her up. But yeah, one of these days would be fun. Yenfei showcase at max level. So, all right. So I'll show all the builds. Okay. Bennett, typical Bennett stuff. Nothing too crazy. Just stick ER on him and he'll work. Kazuha. Only supportive constellation is C2, which doesn't do much here for non-elemental reactions. So slightly increased the elemental damage bonus along with Shalonen, which made the elemental damage bonus on the Widsith weaker than the attack one, because the only one who gives me attack is less sources, C2, and then Bennett's thing, along with Pyro Resonance. So yeah, thank you. Oh, thank you for that. Let's not kill my Yenfei, and let's go to the next team. Oh gosh. Alrighty, so we're on the next team. I'll have the comment on the screen right now. It is an Arlecchino Kaya Melt team, so I'm going to take a peek real quick. His burst is 8 seconds long. Okay, I was thinking about double swirling, so I'm not entirely sure how I would do that. So, okay, so let's think. I mean, I could do something really weird and just not use Arlecchino's skill just for the showcase purpose if I want to do double swirling. So, yeah, this is gonna be weird. But probably you could just because I want to use Kazu's burst, so I'm just gonna double swirl real quick. So this is what I wanted to do, and then have an elemental reaction, and then melt. So yeah, so that worked. So I'm gonna try this again, but without a double swirl and just kind of go straight in. Yep, returning back. So we're just gonna do the normal thing. So no Kazuha burst to utilize my constellation. So I'll just do this. And does he have enough cryo application? I guess that shows, unless I do something wrong, that Kaya does not have enough solo cryo application to have Arlecchino melt. But if you have an external source, like if you do an external swirl with Kazuha, then it will be fine. But yeah, I guess that shows. Yeah, the first showcase was pretty good. So I'll just show the builds here. Show this everything. Kaya Melt. Maybe in some teams it's a fun. I've heard of that a lot. So I just gave him random stuff to make him usable. Just stuck a bunch of instructors. I'm not even going to show the pieces are just the ones I have locked that are usable for later, maybe. But yeah. If you have Constellation 2, you get a lot of duration whenever you kill opponents, right? Yeah. That would be cool, but I don't have that, so yeah. Alrighty, so once again showing the Bennett build again. Bennett is the highlight of these series, typically. Probably, I think Bennett's probably the most used one. Normal Kazuha build with a bunch of ER and EM. Yep, Constellations and Triple Crown. Okay, so thank you for that. Kaya Melt team with Arlecchino. So anyways, let's go to the next team. All right, moving on to the next team. I'll have the comment on the screen right now. It is a catching overburn. So we're going to start on this boss. So the option was either Toma or Shanglang, but I'm going to use Toma just in case the burning damage hurts myself. So would like to be shielded. So yeah. So they did also mention that Bennett Infusion would override. Oh yeah, they're not sure. I believe Bennett C6 overrides catching, but luckily you requested this before my Bennett was C6. So before I hit 2,000 subscribers, Bennett is free to do whatever he wants before I restrict him. But so yeah, I'll just stick with Bennett for now, just because I can, because he's not C6. So we're gonna go with this team and see how it goes. So see if I was just start overburning stuff. So off-field Toma damage, my Toma does have full EM, so he's doing more overload damage. Can I? Close to finishing off. Pretty close. Can I actually do this? Okay. All right. So there we go. Sweet. So I'll show the builds here. Nothing too crazy. I'll just go through all of them. So Shangling would do good off-field damage, but yeah, I could that could be a good option too. I just wanted to ensure that like whenever I do sometimes burgeon or burning tests, I'd heard, oh well, I guess Bennett does keep me, alive, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But Toma does have full EM, so that does help utilize the actual elemental reaction buffs that, well, we got. Rather than if I use Shangling, she's on a normal crit build, so her overload damage is not going to be high. But Bennett, or Toma, got 872 EM, he'd be over 900. So, yeah. Guess that'd be good integration of, like, the new elemental reaction buffs. So, yeah, anyways. These are the builds. So, yeah. Thank you for the team, once again. And, yeah, let's go to the next one. Moving on to the next team, I'll have the comment on the screen right now. It is a Wanderer team with Farzan, Bennett, and Layla. So, should be pretty good. Gives you all the damage buffs you need for Wanderer on most situations, and then Layla gives you defensive utility. So, yeah. We'll see how it goes. So, I mean, typically, you could just spam charge attacks too, if you really wanted to. And then finish off with a burst. Almost killed it. Okay, well. I'm not entirely sure what the best rotation is for Wanderer, because mine is C1, because I accidentally got it, so I get that attack speed, so I like normal attacking, but I know other Wanderers who just spam charge attacks, so those are also a good option. So maybe C0 Wanderer is like all about charge attacks, but I could be wrong. So yeah. These are the builds. And nothing too crazy on Farzan, just gave her some damage along with energy recharge to ensure that she actually like bursts whenever I want she wants her to do it. So yeah. Once again, Bennett is the spotlight of this series. He's always on the team's most used character. The actual Pyro Archon seems like. So and then Layla. A rare sight, but a welcome one. So simple to nasty stuff. Yeah, nothing too crazy because she was just using spare artifacts. Maybe eventually I'll upgrade her, but no big deal. So yeah, those are the builds. I appreciate the request. So yeah, let's go to the next team. All right, moving on to the next team. I'll have the comment on the screen right now. So it's either Shatter Eula or Hyper Bloom. So I decided to choose Hyper Bloom because it's easier to test. Because not many enemies can be frozen with ease to actually showcase it. So I would like to try, but enemies, that there are only a few that like are freezable. Otherwise they die way too quickly. So I like testing on a boss so you can actually see everything like work together. So we'll see how this goes. So Hyper Bloom Eula. we go. It always works to where like people complain about Eula's actual solo damage because she's like a physical character, but having Hyper Bloom does help with the actual sub DPS along with Farina buffing Eula as well. So yeah, works all well together. And yeah. So Eula is a character I do not use often, to where like I'll probably get comments eventually as time goes by to, you know, level 90 her or give her an actual physical armor, artifact set, and actual good ones, because she was holding scraps. But we'll see. We'll see how time goes by. So as time goes by, we'll see how my resources look, and maybe I'll just have like milestones of the channel to where I'll do a specific thing once I reach a certain amount of subs. So my first milestone is 2,000 subscribers, and that is C6 Bennett. So when that hits, C6 Bennett will happen. Maybe if I hit 10,000 subscribers, no, that's a far one, but like say like 4,000 subscribers or 3,000, I'll have to do blah, blah, blah. I'll have to do whatever is next. Build this character or get a constellation on this character. Who knows? Maybe I'll be like, if I hit this many subscribers by the end of this month, I will get C2 of this character or something. Did I just show the build? I got distracted by myself. I'm going to show it again if I didn't. But anyways, here's the builds. So yeah, greatly appreciate it. Not many Eula requests all the time, but yeah, Hyperbloom Eula is a good option. So the Eula players can give that a try. The other option, if I were to mention it with a comment on the screen, I'll put it back. I'll put it back on the screen. As in like C6 Mika or Charlotte. Sadly, I have neither built. And I don't have C6 Mika. I have like C4 or C5. But yeah, if there were good spots, there are like some rare spots, but it's like hard to test. If I mess up, then the enemies are dead, so I can't retest it. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I'll just Hyperbloom Eula is a good option. So anyways, thank you for the requests, and let's go to the next team. All right, moving on to the next team. It is, I'll have the comment on the screen right now. It is a Shaolid or Shao Salad team, is however you want to call it. It is EM Shao swirling Electro for Hyperbloom. So you pretty much you use the typical cores for Electro and Hyperbloom and all that stuff, but with an EM Shao and Dendro of your choice. They did not like Nahida because Nahida was too good at applying, you know, Dendro to where you can't swirl. And they've tried Dendro Traveler and Yao Yao before, so I'll use Baiju, a character who I actually prefer over Nahida in many situations, and because he's good at applying Dendro, heals you, gives you defensive utility, and he does not apply too much Dendro. So that's like the main thing about Nahida. Is like she's just too good at Dendro application. So in the right situation, she's amazing, and then sometimes she makes things a little bit tricky. So yeah, I'm gonna get some like those in, and then you'll be able to like auto attack, hopefully get those electro swirls every once in a while. But now the guy disappeared, but should be able to get this back. If I can auto attack once, right? Or there you are. A little bit sloppy on my part. I haven't played this team before, but I was trying to get those electro swirls, but maybe I have to put Fischl closer or something. But yeah, anyways. Seemed to work fine. It was all about my electro application, but yeah, like the Baiju's good at Dendro. But not too good. So anyways, let's just show the builds. Just full EM on him. Dragon's Bane's a good option here too, in case you don't have this thing R5. You don't lose. I lose like not much EM because it's just a little bit better, just tiny bit. Normal EM stuff. Just stole from my Toma. And basic builds on everyone else. Here we are. So I appreciate the unique teams that are requested every once in a while, instead of like some wonky ones where I have to like. It is somewhat annoying. I will say that if someone like recommends me to do like a DPS with like a character I have level 20, as I say in the pinned comment, or at the beginning of the video where I show the characters I don't own and the ones that I don't recommend because they're so low level. And I always get those teams. And yeah, I have also received a request in the past of a team using like Risley, Shenhe, and like 2 other characters that I do not own. It's like, what? Did you even like watch the video? It's like, I don't have any of those characters. So anyways, thank you for the team request. I'm guessing since you didn't test Baiju, you don't own him, but hopefully this helped out a little bit. But obviously I probably played this a little bit wrong, but hopefully I played it all right, at least. But anyways, thank you for the request, and yeah, let's go to the next team. All right, on the next team, I'll have the comment on the screen right now. It is an Abyss team on the first one, so I'm doing the second half of the big ol' comment. I'll do the Abyss one afterwards. But I can't fully satisfy the request to where they wanted me to have like 2 beasts physical and Stone Thresher. I don't have the Stone Thresher, along with I don't have Rosario on the 4-piece set, and they said they go on like a fully resistant enemy, but I'm not even sure how good my Xinyan will be because of not the highest level talents. So I think this is enough of a handicap alone. So hopefully I can actually beat this thing. So we'll see how things go here. Yeah, but let's just see how let's go say less. So let's see if I could do this thing, the map trick. So this is what my Xinyan does. So I'll cut this back when it's back on the field. All right. So we'll just do the same thing. Oh. So there's my Xinyan. Sadly, I can't really fully utilize everything because I don't have the greatest Xinyan. Not really. But yeah. Anyways, I'll just show the builds that I had to work with. My physical build is not that good. It's just 2-piece with the Eula pieces I used earlier. Not that good of the artifacts, but yeah. Anyways, I'll just go through the builds. Can't really. Things get complicated because I have to use like 20 plus to maybe even 30 teams as time goes by, so I have to do so many builds to where like it feels more comfortable when people request like actual teams, but when people like request specific like artifact sets on every single character. Just because Genshin doesn't have artifact loadouts yet, it makes my makes my work harder. So, anyways, yeah, there we go. Because obviously you wanted Noblesse here, but oh wait, no, Noblesse here. At least you didn't tell me to go Tenacity here on official. Because there's so much stuff to keep track of. One of these days, artifact loadouts will be here. I will forever want them. But anyways. I hope you like that. We'll do your other team in a second. So anyways, thank you for the team. We'll go to the next one. All right, so I'll have the comment on the screen right now once more. It's that one from the last one. I actually did try this team in the Abyss, and I did not like it. Didn't go well, so I'm just going to try it here. So I don't have to deal with stupid, what are they called? The beasts. They're not even worth remembering the names for. They're so annoying. But yeah, this team prevails. This team will be better in AoE, and I hate dealing with single target stuff, so yeah. We're just going to go to an area where I can actually do AoE. And see how that goes. I wish Chad was like Arlecchino, to where his Hydro application has like maximum uptime. Makes him feel like a Harbinger, because Gosh, I hate using child for like 2 seconds on the field and I have to swap because, well, if I don't swap, he's on cooldown. But anyways. Nice. So, let's be grouped up. So, I'm on child for a little bit too long, so I'm gonna be on cooldown when I get back, so that's gonna be fun. Oop. Yep. But anyways, hopefully that was a fine showcase of the team. Okay, there we go. I'll show the builds. I couldn't follow along with some of the stuff that you mentioned. As in like the 4-piece set, the weapon. I don't have his signature. And I never farmed for 4-piece on child. So, yeah. I did follow along with Beto's weapon, but not the set. I wanted more ER just in case, but it wasn't enough. Maybe I should have went for like an ER Sands. Wow, that's close. Because, yeah, I didn't like funneling more energy. But anyways, Beto wasn't really using my, like, good artifacts. She's kind of using the spares. But yeah, Auron, I prefer Favonius on him. So it's like awkward not having his burst every time I see it. So yeah. Because I had to switch to ER Sands as you requested, and it wasn't really high enough for my liking. Which, yeah, I haven't farmed too many artifacts of that set yet for Auron because I thought it was fine. But anyways. Sucrose, there we go. So hopefully that's fine. I tried to do the Abyss run, but it didn't really do well, so I decided to just go back here instead. Anyways, yeah, thank you for the request. Let's go to the next team. Alright, so this is going to be the only Abyss run of the day, and also the final team of the day. So I'll have the comment on the screen right now. It is a, pretty much a Nubilet Taser team with Farina, Auron, and C6 Kuki. Or Raiden Shogun, but I'm going to do Kuki because healing just in case I need it. And yeah, we'll just see how this goes. Alright, so I'm expecting not much from this round because this guy's weak, resistant to Hydro. So my Nubilet damage is going to be looking like very weak. I will say that. Ooh. Not good at all, but once we get this guy out of the way, we'll be good. Very, very bad damage. And I hate how mobile they are. Like... Okay, but once he's dead, just die out yet already. Thank you. I can actually deal relatively decent damage. Not much, but it's something. But let's actually like see the electro charges because I've been staring at my Nubilet's damage. Yeah, there's too many numbers. They're probably helping a pretty good amount because it's AoE. Yep, so this one should be a little bit easier, I think. So, because don't have to deal with hydro resistance. So, now we got this. Buddy is quite mobile, pushing me around the map. But this should be fine once if he just sits still. Alright. Yeah, once these guys are out of the way, things are much easier, because no one likes consecrated bees. And we got multiple of them, so makes life so much fun. So, I can't really see the other numbers besides the Nivelettes, but they're helping. So anyways, yeah. Fuck off. Yep, final one. These do not... I guess I'll just do attack. It doesn't really help the main ones, but helps out Orban a little bit, I guess, in case he wants to do a little bit of damage. But let's see. Will Electro Charge do much? Let's see what we got. Trying to see it. Maybe here will be a good spot with this guy. Well, couldn't see it, but it didn't really matter because this guy's about to die. Boop. Alright. Well, there it is. I don't need to do the other half, so yep, there we go. Pretty good stuff, so I have the builds ready to go as well. Final builds of the video. Actually, let me just wait a second to make this more realistic. There we go. There we go. Nuvelet's HP looks much better. So, yeah, I'll just show the builds. So this is gonna be. I don't know how long this video will be, but it's probably gonna be over an hour again. Probably maybe an hour and 20 minutes, maybe an hour and a half. Hopefully not that long. But yeah, these videos take a while to make. So yeah. I wonder if I should like find a way to slim things down or do something different. Because if my channel continues to grow, I'm gonna get more comments on these videos and they'll eventually get longer and longer and longer if I do the same formula. I mean, people sometimes watch those long videos. I'm not sure who does, but yeah. But anyways, hope you enjoyed as I'm showing these last builds. Alright, so there was the final build of the final team of the day. Nice to see, and also leveled up my battle pass. Got some books. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. Well, but anyways, if you enjoyed the video, a like and subscribe if you have not yet. Drop a comment. It doesn't even have to be requesting a team. It could be just saying hi or asking a question of anything. But maybe soon, maybe once I hit 2,000 subscribers, I'll do a Q&A to where I accumulate comments from like a community post along with like various videos until I get enough for, you know, doing an actual video on that, and then we'll do it. But anyways, hope you all enjoyed. If you made it this far, since I'm on Nuvelet right now, just type water or your favorite water. Could be a favorite water brand or type of water, flavored water. Something like that, I guess. Something water related, I guess. Water. Gotta love water, right? Let's see if he drinks water while I'm doing my outro. But anyways, yeah, like I said, like and subscribe. My Discord is in the description. My second channel is also in the description. I only have one video there. But maybe as, you know, the semester ends for school, I'll be back for winter break. I can actually have time to play other stuff. Who knows? But if I don't, well... yeah, I'll try to figure things out. But yeah, I will see you all next time. Hope you all have a good time. And peace.